Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. A wonderful time for us to relax, reset, and re-strategize. We're going to be planning for the new week coming, and we will be saying bye-bye to the week that we are about to say Odabo to. And it's the month's end, and this is the very last day in the month of February. The month of love is saying bye-bye. Emma Lumi, yo, Emma Lumi. So it's enough. All this your Valentine bra is okay. Let's now start a new life. Let's have a new beginning in the month of March as we prepare to march forward into progress and not retrogress. On this note, I am welcoming you to Early Starters. My name is Miriam, okay? And you know what happened behind the camera? I saw Wise Wasiu trying to hug me from the camera. I don't know what is wrong with this guy. He's looking at me. This guy is looking fantabulous. She's looking tantalizing. Wasiu, don't worry. God will bring you or pour this kind of beauty on you one day. I know you need it. Don't mind me. Yes, it's a beautiful Friday morning, and it's going to be a flexible kind of delivery at the studio this morning. It's gonna be soft and of course enlivening, and that's why I will be doing maybe justice, maybe not. We'll be analyzing the newspaper, but it's gonna be on a very, very soft note, and trust me now, we'll be giving you the musical piece back to back. Yes, this is Early Starters. Michael is here at the studio. He's looking all good, even though I asked him that, Michael, what's your plan for the weekend? How are you? Good morning.
A pleasant day. My plan for the weekend, well, I'm going to enjoy myself. It's thank God it's Friday. I think I'm going to try that omble.
Is it omble? Abi
I don't know. I know the day is there, Let's Gen Z a little. My name is Michael Armstrong. Welcome to Early Starters. And, Mary have a very beautiful way of introducing things and herself.
Oh, thank you.
She's looking more beautiful than I today, but I think I look handsome. Today. So it's going to be a very pleasant time. And I know we have something for you in the dailies. What do you think?
Yes, I have a very, very interesting. I have so many lineups. I have interesting stories, interesting headlines. And you know what? These things are of human interest as they have always been. And you know what? This one is starting from the commotion at the House of Assembly, and we have the commotion repeats itself on the front page of each dailies, and I'm like, what is happening? Let women enjoy. Let us enjoy our space. Let us be fledged a little bit. At least give us the opportunity to thrive. Why are you trying to hinder us? Why are you trying to distort the beautiful process of governance where we have women had very salient positions? So Nigerian Tribune this morning, I'm going to be starting with twist in Lagos House of Commotion. No longer Lagos House of Assembly, because it's now a house of commotion as Obasa returns with security operatives, declares self-speaker, holds plenary with 4 members. And 36 lawmakers says it stands removed. Wants APC leaders to communicate stand. Police withdraw, restores Miranda security details. Yes, this is giving me joy this morning, and that you will find on the page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune. Should anyone just wake up and say, because of the maze of this or blah blah blah, you have been declared, as an ex-speaker of the House. Now we have a woman who is trying to make things right, who is trying to, lead the House as it should, be, operated, and you're saying because of you want to remain the Lagos State House Speaker of the House, you do not want her to thrive, because this is what he's trying to say, whether directly or indirectly. And you have in return with just 4 members. Who does that? You know, they are not even up to a quorum. Not to talk of, you know, we have practically we have 37 of them, 40 of them, 36 for Miranda and 4 for Obasa. Where are the 4? Where were they when all of these things was, you know, happening or transpired? Why can't they, you know, say something about it? Why should anybody, you know, try to default or say the rule of this country does not stand? Once pronounced, you know, an ex, maybe president or former whatever, you shouldn't follow that person again. Though we cannot change their mind, you know, we can't change their mind, we can't change their loyalty, but then it should still stand that, okay, the court has declared this person the National Assembly leader. Why not just follow her? And I'm going to fault the Nigerian police also for, you know, I think 3 days ago they withdrew the operatives, you know, following Miranda, and now they are saying they have returned the aids. Why should you withdraw the operatives? Why can't you just wait for the law to take its course?
The police, they are the last in the judiciary. They are the last.
Oh, you mean that they take control?
They take orders, not control. That's
this time around it's not even orders, it's control, because somebody is trying to control the house. You can see that the front page has it that it is Lagos House of Commotion. Not now, it is not addressed as Lagos House of Assembly. Now House of Commotion, because everybody now knows that it's no longer the orders that is ruling, you know, the house. Now it's the control of maybe Obasa and his allies. Maybe it's coming from presidency, or it's coming from the clique of Miranda. And that's why I said they are taking control. Not like they are trying to see everything, you know, being put in place. Okay, but they are accepting. Yes, okay. It's not like they are trying to oversee it. They are just accepting. Okay, go this way, they will go. Go that way, they will go.
But
at the expense of what we have as, I don't even know what to say again. The National Assembly, you know, is just the major body of this country. We can't afford to have anybody just come, you know, take charge of the assembly. We are saying no to Obasa. It's not me, it's not the women folk now. So it will look like women are making it happen that way. Now it is about the house, how to make things work for Nigeria and for Lagos State as a cosmopolitan or a metropolitan city.
The challenge here is that in every country they have ruling body and they have caucuses.
Yes, you mean the caucus now.
Yes.
They are the one working.
So the caucus are the one working, and whether you like it or not, the caucus have their way. They have their way. So if you say I don't want to use the word commotion because I don't think I like the word commotion.
You don't like the word commotion, but it's been addressed as the house of commotion.
It looks as if they are
house of commotion.
It seems they are being mundane. They are acting like area boys. That's why they use the word commotion.
Yes, that's just what is happening at the house of commotion.
Even if you want such outstay, you want such outstay, there's a way to go about it. You don't allow it cause the system, but as it is now, we might not be able to tell everything. But the police, like I said, they are the last in the judiciary. If you tell them go, They are not zombies, but they are the last in the judiciary.
Okay, moving forward, we have stories of Onitsha community petitions, IGP, Soludo over ex-lawmakers kidnap and death. And that's on the page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. Tax reform bills, no plan to reintroduce abolished inheritance tax. Coming from Oyedele, Man, LCCI call for favorable modification for businesses. Then you will find that on the page 24. Federal government to review electricity tariff for Band B, C customers. FAAC, federal government states, local governments share 1.70 trillion naira for January. And also we have the story of Anike Agbaje Williams, Africa's first face on TV, dies at 88. You know, I'm going to come back to that story. And this one is saying that new petrol price reduction, they are calling. I think this is in Dangote refinery, telling Nigerians that you should buy from our partner retail outlets nationwide at the following price. Retail outlets, I'm going to be starting with MRS. Lagos per litre is going to be 860 naira, and Southwest, across Southwest, you have per litre for 870 naira, and the North, you have it for 880 naira, and South and Southeast, you have 890 naira per litre. And also AP, African Petroleum, you have it, you'll be buying it for 865 naira in Lagos. MRS is the cheapest and it's the loveliest. They have accurate pumping, measure. It's not like every other filling or fuel station. I love MRS sincerely. If I have the opportunity to do a cheap advert for them, I think I want to go that way. So we have Southwest, per litre is going to be 875 naira, and in the North you'll be buying it for 885 naira. South and Southeast you will be buying it for 895 naira. It's going to be a 5 naira increment on all of these things to what you have at MRS. I think MRS is the most affordable and accurate. Again, I say that, and maybe you come and use me as your ambassador. Aiden is selling for 865 naira, as AP is selling it also for 865 naira. You have Southwest, it will be sold for 875 naira there, and in the North 885 naira, and finally you'll be buying it for 895 naira at the South region and South East. And now Dangote Refinery is saying we invite more marketers to collaborate with us for Nigerians to benefit from our benevolence. And I take it back to the story of Anike Agbaje Williams, Africa's first face on TV, dies at 88. So I want to ask you, how do you feel being before we refer to people who work in this industry as broadcasters, but now we have it in a very touch way. We have it as broadcast journalist. The first question is, how do you feel being a broadcast journalist?
A broadcast journalist is.
How do you feel? I don't want you to.
Well, how I feel is I feel it's an opportunity to galvanize, shout out good words with conscience to people. Yes, to stop the disinformation that is going around. To let people know that it's not everybody you see online that is a broadcast journalist.
Yes.
And it's not every podcast person that is trained. You know, the media has made things very easy for so many people.
Not just the media, there's social media.
Social media have made things for a lot of people, and they show out a lot of junks. Even those junks are not regulated.
And purveyors, you are known as
Yes.
purveyors of fake news.
So they are not regulated. They are now trying to act as if we're all the same. We are not all the same. To respect of you know, those people who pioneered this movement, those people like the lady we are talking about today. She's not what I call a cheap journalist. She's not there just because she's looking for 10 kobo or 10 naira. She's there because it's a passion. Because during those days, they see them as petty petty gossipers.
Are you serious? No.
Those days, some people see them as
That's
cheap.
not. Let me tell you, the job, should I say, was most prestigious then
Okay.
than we have it now. You know, you almost, wrapped the whole thing in under one sentence when you said not everyone that appears on TV or does or coordinates podcasts should be referred to as broadcast journalists. You see, these people are the pioneers, and somebody like Anike Agbajo Williams, according to history, is the first face on TV. Then when you appear on TV, you are more like a mini goddess. You are more like a mini god as a guy. And we have so many names, including the Adebayo Faleti that we celebrate now, used to be a caster then. And wherever they step their foot, they are just respected. They earn it. They control the crowd. They pull the crowd. My dad used to tell me of one journalist. She didn't even grow herself, Jubelo. She was a dwarf, and you need to see her beauty. But men were, they always wait at the entrance to check her out, at this beautiful lady. But when they get to see her and see that this lady is a dwarf, they'll be like, wow, are you serious? But she's so beautiful. Beautiful, delectable, and eloquent.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's just it. This profession gives you everything you want. It gives you the edge. It gives you it creates a pathway for you to become a prominent personality. Look at Abike Dabiri. She was a broadcaster before she got that appointment. A lot of them, Bukola Kukoi, a lot. I can go on and mention names. And you see our GM also, Tailolu Akekpelu. She's been in the broadcast world for a very long time. It's a profession that gives me joy. And I always tell people that broadcast is my life. Wake me up any day, anytime. I'm ready to do my voicing. I'm ready to do my job. Call me to any function. Call me to interview any personality. I'm not afraid because I'm duly trained. I know my honors in this job. It depends on what you can give or what you can push out and in fact offer. Then you can address yourself as, yes, I am a broadcast journalist. Now you will see that big wigs in the society will celebrate this woman. And that's why you have her on the Punch newspaper, talk about it. We have her on the Nigerian Tribune, talk about it. And every of these dailies are celebrating the death of a pioneer face on TV. It's not a joke. And you need to, keep yourself updated. And you know what? The people behind the camera, the producers, the camera guys, the lights men, are not duly celebrated because we don't get to see them. But you see the scroll, and maybe the end credit is the one that gives them the prominence they need to get. But you see, the face that is appearing every morning on TV or afternoon or evening, especially during the newscasting, the news is the one thing that gives you the open check that you can feel.
Open check.
Yes, I'm telling you.
So
sometimes I don't even know I know somebody, or I've done something for somebody, or I've interviewed somebody. I just get a mail and say, Miriam, we need you so at so event. We want you to come anchor it. Miriam, we want to come you to come serve as a panelist. And I'll be like, oh, I remember, maybe we did, invited or how do I interviewed him during a morning show, and I'll be like, God, this is just paving the way. And on this job, if you know your owners, you don't need to look for a job. You just be getting referrals.
You mean it's a job security on its own?
Yes, if you are good. If you know what you are doing. Yes, if you know what you are doing,
if you know,
my dear, you will be able to fill in on every space of the media. I'm not talking about social media. On every face and space of the media. So moving on, let's take a look at some of the story that made it to the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Vanguard newspaper. Lagos Assembly crisis. Obasa storms house with armed men. Presides over four-man faction. Four-man. Is that even good? Arrives complex with armed police. Civil defense says, I am back. Police withdraw, return Miranda security details. And 34 lawmakers stand with Miranda, while policemen were withdrawn from Miranda. Other VIPs. This is coming from the Commissioner of Police. And State of the Nation leaders, followers responsible for Nigeria's rule. Fubara, Daniel Adams, others, and you will find out on the page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Electricity. Business owners, CSOs, kick as federal government plans another tariff hike. I said it. You see these constant lights that we are enjoying, It's going to go up more than enough from your account balance.
This time.
Yes, government can no longer pay subsidies, says the Minister of Power. And ECOWAS exit of Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali disrupting security framework. That's from the Air Chief. Abductors of Makurdi University female students demand 40 million naira ransom. That's on the page 7. From the window stories, I'm going to be taking this. We are not ashamed to copy that works in Porter Crimes, says Tinubu. Sultan urges Muslims to look for Ramadan crescent from today. That's the moon that we are always, looking out for. It's called crescent, and we need to see it before commencing the holy month of Ramadan. Diplomats seek visa ban for airing public servants in Rivers or Osun State. PENCOM slams 14 billion naira fine on 911 employers for late pension remittance. And I have a picture story of Mr. and Mrs. You keep drinking all sort of strange concoctions. I asked you why, but you refuse to tell me. There is something called kidney problem. Do not just take anything, just feel like you can just, ingest whatever and be free. Remember, we will not be sick. God will spare our lives. And Wesa keeps telling me that please tell me and keep me updated on stories from the world of sports. I told him, don't worry, I will give you what you need when it comes to sports. So I'm going to be doing this because of Wasiu Adeyemi Nosu, who is about to start the Ramadan tomorrow. On the page 48 of the Vanguard newspaper, I have Super Eagles can't do well without Lukman. Simon, ROHR, says, moving forward, I will be looking at stories from the Punch newspaper. Meanwhile, you can join the conversation when I open the phone line via this number 070-173-7670. The Punch newspaper, please, 0706-143-7670, or send your messages to our WhatsApp line 0905-661 3935 0905-661-3935. Lately I've been seeing people send messages to that WhatsApp line, and they have been saying some funny things, but then those people that were able to contribute to what happened yesterday via the WhatsApp line, the messages came in late after the program. Please do well to send us messages right now when the program is still ongoing between the hours of 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm going to be taking stories from the Punch newspaper this morning, which is the most widely read newspaper, they say, but things don't change you. Yes, I am loyal to Tinubu, but my actions are mine, says Obasa. He says ex-speaker takes over assembly with 4 lawmakers. Miranda's fate uncertain as 36 lawmakers kick. And moving forward, I have stories saying NLC shelves protest as subscribers welcome 35% tariff hike. I rejected 500 million naira gifts during my mother's burial. That's the EFCC chair. Adeyeye is facing a lot. That's on the page 42 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Natasha threatens to expose Akpabio as group petition Senate, and that's on the page 43. Consumers kick as federal government plans fresh power tariff hike. And again, I have stories like Nigerian passengers stranded in Togo after Air France flight diversion. Driver handed Oyo copper to kidnappers, says sister, and that's on the page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. Ramadan, Sultan alerts Muslims on moon. Bauchi Kebbi schools short, and that's on the page 43 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And moving forward, let me quickly take the stories from the Punch newspaper this morning.
The Nation.
Oh, the Nation newspaper. The Nation newspaper, please. Please join our conversation on all our social media handles at Opera Tune TV, or call this number 0706 143 7670. The Nation newspaper this morning. Telecom tariff hike necessary to save jobs and sustain economy. That's on the page 2. Federal government to clear pension backlog in 3 months. Natasha seeks transparent investigation by Senate panel. Glow slashes call rates to all network routines. Bonus. Thank you, Globacom. God bless you. He's acting like a real Nigerian that has experienced a whole lot. Obasa, I remain Lagos speaker. No matter whatever, I am still the speaker of the House of Assembly. Lawmakers reject return. Lagos APC promises quick resolution. CP explains police action. And I have Disco's failure to invest drawback to electricity supply, says Minister. And finally, Federal States Council share 1.7 trillion naira January allocation. Hold on. FCCPC tells Multi-Choice. Multi-Choice is doing wonderfully well, but then you see the tariff, the hike is just too much. We can no longer condone that. It is our country. We choose what to watch. We choose who services us as regards satellite and all. And that's why I want the Nigerian communications satellites to do something to ensure everyone have access to NICOMSAT. Everyone should have access to NICOMSAT. And everyone should have access to a free-to-air, even if it's going to be coming at a cost, a very reduced cost. And they should do well also to fill every channel that they have with something very important, something interesting.
They're free to,
because Multi-Choice has very interesting channels that you want to watch. Or maybe they should enter into a battle with all the stations, these entertainment channels and all, and news channels, to come have their broadcast on Nicomsat, on our free to air, and
the governments need an expert in that field, and they should not just bring one professor who is a professor of communication. They should bring a practitioner,
not just a professor, somebody that knows
practitioner
it,
that
but
knows
does not practice it.
Yes, there are most unions that will bring these people, shown out this is what to do, this is how to get it. They don't have. They only have people who have many degrees, people who maybe have been part of the political hierarchy, maybe their father, their cousins, and all that. So they will not be able. They can make policies, but the shout-outs, the discipline comes with the profession. Like, you can mention some name. When you mention some name, you even tell us that, okay, this person can perform here, this person is this. You mention name of broadcast journalists. You're proud about it. But these people, we hardly know them until they get to government. Then they'll just come with policies and strategy based on their own demography. And who is doing those demography? They are people they know. They are not people who are part of the system per se. So it's always a merry-go-round of the same thing.
A merry-go-round of the same thing. I mean, yes. See, this country needs to improve on some things, especially things that citizens enjoy, not just you making policies, running the administration. How about the welfareism of the people? How about the social, maybe the trends that it needs to, maybe as Nigerians, trends like our government is paying us, our government is doing this, our government is doing that. But we can't jump on that trend because it's not happening in Nigeria. I remember during the COVID, the pandemic, a lot of churches outside country returned some percentage of the what is it called, tithes to people, just for them to be able to to pass through that period and not be affected, just to sustain them. They ensured sustainability happened during the pandemic. But here, nobody even remembered us that we exist.
Except you.
They didn't even say anything.
Except you have somebody abroad.
And you cannot see this one of these people that we are talking about. This Obasa. I remember when he shared 200 naira bread to our Agegis.
You remember that?
Yes, I will remember. I will never forget.
200 naira bread.
Yes, now to Agegarians.
He's the funny.
And now people are now saying, please embrace it. Let him come back to power. And you are now doing a fourth action thing, having to preside over. Let's go for this short break. When we return, we'll bring you more insightful conversation. And today it's going to be, trust me, it's going to be about Ramadan, how you can maneuver during this month of Ramadan, what you need to eat, and how best you can keep yourself healthy during the course of respecting the will of Almighty Allah. Please stay tuned.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
Assalamu alaikum, dear Mu'min and Mu'minat. The blessed month of Ramadan is here, a time of fasting, reflection and divine blessings. This season, we bring Ramadan lineups filled with spiritual enlightenment, inspiring discussions and moments of deep reflection. We invite you to be a part of this noble cause by sponsoring our impactful programs. Let your brand shine in this sacred season, connecting with millions of devoted viewers. Join us in spreading the message of faith, unity, and generosity. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call 0703 063 1673 or visit our office 34 Oloyede Oroja Street, Aino Ajayi Estate, Phase 1, Abule Egba, Lagos.
يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله
Barakallahu Fi, Ramadan Kareem.
ولعلكم تشكرون.
Blue Lagoon Hotels, a home away from home with world-class hospitality, comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16 Tunji Adewoye Street, off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And for the inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080-6527-3657. You can also visit us at www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from...
You know, the other day, somebody asked me, what will be the best advice I can give people out there? And I tell them, say, make everybody run their own race in their own pace. So everybody destination they different and finish line not there for this life. Anytime you reach your own point of celebration, you can collect your own congratulations. So I beg, no try to play street and online pedestrians. So streets no get memory and pedestrians they move on. Do your best at all times and do it for yourself, man. I still say pressure to do unboxing video won't kill a lot of people. I beg, take time easy on yourself. Go work hard. I beg, life is too short. Ijaya one.
Oh my God, you am I and you there in charge, you even now your boganiro. And don't you see no why I catch a man, you put on no more kind of no. And JJ, I do, I carry my cross they go. Okay, Sike Will, okay, Sike Will, okay, Sike Will, okay, Sike Will. If I am for Qualo, no, mammy, Aquana Mubequalo, no, mamma, Cochaqua. Oh, I'm going to Likeona. Chibuki, no, mamma, me fego. Oh, I'm going to Likeona. Imapana, work is Gibbo, na basiga kanyo geputawa n'ivi na mba ejo malokwa na malo no wa bafia ai na yo lisa kaifu eji ogologo ndo na risike kakubulo simila tata o no chai anya fulu go kene chukwu echete ka onye mechinu onye dị ndụ ka nọ n'ofenu onye dị ndụ ka nọ n'ekwulu nwoke sikekwe o nwoke sikekwe o nwoke sikekwe o nwoke sikekwe o ifeanya m fụkwalụ n'ọnụ ma mekwu nkwa o akwana m bekwalụ n'ọnụ ma ma akọchakwa o ụwa bụ onye melike ya ọ na Chukwu okike ya n'ụlọ amamife go ụwa bụ onye melike ya ọ na ịmakwana nwoke sikekwe I know say a lot of them I don't miss me. Me say miss now my people. I know say it's not easy out there. Everybody they find ways to them job. But along the way, make una no find ways to go job now. Do your thing. You will inspire some and you will annoy some, but do it anyway.
welcome back. You're still on Early Starters. Hopefully, we see or get the Ramadan crescent tonight by the grace of Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And you know what? There's something I quickly want to talk about. It is about Generation Z. You know how they banter with elders in a very aggressive and disrespectful way. And you know, I want to just reiterate that if you have younger people, please do well to train and retrain them, because life is beyond what we see. It is beyond the ordinary, because it's high time we talked about life being spiritual. And of course, we all believe in the extra mundane, maybe yes or no. We have some atheists who do not believe that God really exists, but then we have people that God have given the authority to rule over the world. And that is why I want us to talk about the spiritual, or sometime that we have the opportunity to talk to these younger ones. If you have been instructed to do something by an elderly person, please, first thing is for you to oblige. And if you see that you have done something wrong, second thing, you take responsibility. You don't argue. Where I was, I was trained, let me not say by my mother or my father, let me just use the word, where I was trained or from the background I came from. First thing, you take responsibility by saying, I apologize, I am sorry, okay ma, okay sir, all right. That is it. But then it is missing. Nowadays, we don't really see these things happen. They want to clear themselves instantly. They want to exonerate themselves from everything that happens. Why? And that's why we are seeing some things happen to children, and you'll be like, Kiloshe. Well, maybe or maybe not, life is beyond the ordinary. And we are going into the holy months of Ramadan. I know people that have created for themselves a heap of sin during the celebration of Valentine. And now you want to wash your sins away in the month of Ramadan by saying bye-bye to Valentine Wahala. And I'm coming into a new month where you will reflect, where you will pray, and you will fast. God is not a dullard. God is not a mumu. God knows you, He knows me. But then if you are observing or willing to observe the holy month of Ramadan, please do well to do that with all of your power, your mind, your soul, and your spirit. Malashim Kokosokwe, you want to wear one cow. It's not just about one cow. Do it diligently and be sure that something great awaits you. Welcome to the month of Ramadan. This is what I will be saying on Monday, because now we are preparing for the Ramadan crescent, and we are expecting it with an open heart. But before then, I will love, not just like to, intimate you on how best to stay healthy in the month of Ramadan. I know you are not a Muslim and you are not praying. Whether you are Ramadan is not even for Muslims alone. Ramadan is for everybody, but people don't know. I have a lot of non-Muslims that observe Ramadan.
If you say fasting is for
No, I'm not talking about fasting now. I'm not generalizing it. I'm not generalizing it. I'm talking about Ramadan itself. When we approach the month of Lent, people will be talking Lent, but now we are talking Ramadan because it's happening tomorrow. And what is giving me this opportunity to put my mouth inside its talk is because today is Friday, the last day in the month of February.
We'll do the
month. People will tell our this night. I know they want to. And you know what? I heard with my ears. So somebody was saying that gbogbo ta fẹ́ ṣe nísìnyí before oṣù Ramadan ká lè tètè jẹ́ kó bọ́ oṣù Oblé lọ. And I was like èèyàn lóhun kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, you know. But then it's fun.
We're still in the month, yeah. We're still in the month. They say season of love, but Ramadan is beyond just fasting. It's character.
It's love itself.
It's love itself.
Because then you will see people bring out their goods. They will bring out gifts for people that do not really have, and you will see so many people running charity in the month of Ramadan,
which is
just seeking the face of God.
Those of us that will observe it, you know.
Those of us, are you observing Ramadan?
Yeah, I will observe it.
It's not sorry, it's our Saul. Pé ní tó bá ti pè dáadáa náà la máa ṣe máa bẹ̀ pé.
So you know, when we about that, I think I'm inclined to it this time. I want to see how it's going, and
you want to see, you want to observe.
Both of them, see and observe, because I used to have a sheikh as a friend, but I lost his contact. There's nothing he tells me. You know, there's something he mentioned, taqwa. He said taqwa has to do with your character, then the ibadah. He said it has to also do with your discipline towards the both on sin and sin reality.
Yes. So that was why I introduced this segment again with the spirituality thing, that life is spiritual.
And I believe a lot of people should know this is Africa. And apart from this is Africa,
for the federal government to approve what is they call Amotekun's local science, you should know that life is beyond ordinary.
Life is always beyond ordinary. So, but I know our system, our Gen Zs, I agree to now. I believe they are learning, but we should do enough to let them learn well. We are.
That's why you need to train and retrain.
Yes, we are pushing them aside. We should not push them aside. We should not.
No. See, that's why I love to celebrate them. I love the fact that they are creative, they are beautiful, they are open-minded. They want to say what's on their mind. They don't want to keep old grudges. But then the part of attitudinal thing is not really there. It's not really. It's not balanced.
They should understand courtesy. We don't do the things we do because we want to do them. We do the things we do because courtesy is part of life. A football match cannot be played without a referee, no matter how trained you are. Without a referee, it's going to be a dugout.
Yes. So it's the month of Ramadan is approaching, and I would love to intimate you on the things that you need to eat and drink, and how to take health precautions for the holy month of Ramadan. This is a month of fasting, a month of prayer, and a month of reflection, a month that you have the opportunity to be closer to God more than ever. This is a month that brings you good tidings, goodness, and of course answers to your prayers. Yes, what you eat and drink during the Ramadan. First, you need to stay hydrated, and you need to eat balanced diets in the month of Ramadan. But then my producer said I should quickly go on a short break. When we return, we'll bring you our best to stay healthy in the month of Ramadan.
One night, almost 1,500 years ago, a man named Muhammad was sitting in thought, alone, near a cave, when he heard a voice. It was the angel Gabriel, and he spoke to Muhammad and said, "Read." Muhammad resisted this instruction and said to the angel Gabriel, "I am not a reader." But after being instructed 3 times, Muhammad listened and memorized the first verses from the Quran, the holy text of Islam. Do you know what this story is about? It's the story of why Ramadan is so celebrated. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar and is observed by Muslims, people who follow the religion of Islam. Islam is one of the biggest religions in the world, with almost a quarter of the entire world's population following the faith. Ramadan is so important to Muslims because it is believed to be the month when the first parts of the Quran, the Muslim holy book, were revealed to Muhammad by Allah. Allah is the Arabic word for God. During Ramadan, Muslims do a range of things. One of these things is fasting, which means no eating or drinking from dawn to dusk. And yes, that includes no drinking water. Even though you can't eat and drink between these times, there are 2 special meals. One before dawn, which is called sahur, and another after dusk, which is called iftar. But what is the purpose of fasting? Fasting helps Muslims practice self-discipline and provides an opportunity to reflect on those who are less fortunate. It's not an easy thing to do. However, not everyone has to fast during Ramadan. Children don't need to fast until they are old enough, which is around puberty. Women who are pregnant, people who are sick, or those who are elderly also aren't required to fast, because it could harm their health. Ramadan is also a time to reflect on faith, to pray, read the Quran, and perform generous acts such as raising money or donating supplies to those in need. This is because the Prophet Muhammad was said to be very generous, especially during Ramadan. After the final day of Ramadan, a 3-day festival called Eid is held, where friends and family gather to celebrate. This celebration includes lots of food, the wearing of new clothes, an exchange of gifts, and the putting up of house decorations. During Ramadan, you can say Ramadan Mubarak, which means Blessed Ramadan. Everyone celebrates special days in their own way. Different people have different traditions that they enjoy during their festivals. And these are just some of the common ones.
Well done. Welcome back. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. I've been talking behind the camera about Ramadan, Karim, because I'm so particular about Ramadan, and I've been busy telling Mr. Waseda how can we have a smooth Ramadan, and David is trying to tell me that, okay, I want to observe Ramadan. This is not my first time. But then his name is David, but he loves to, experience and enjoy, and in fact, contribute to the betterment of the programs that are being run in the month of Ramadan. And that's why you're seeing me do like this. I've been like talking about Ramadan, and the talks about Ramadan gives me so much joy, and that's why I'm bringing to you what to eat and what to drink in the month of Ramadan. You can see the action is still there. What to eat and what not to eat in the month of Ramadan. So I'm going to be starting with take a lot of water in the month of Ramadan. Please, we beg you. We are begging you now. We are pleading with you that some of you, when you eat your pre-dawn meal, you don't take enough water. You believe that once I eat the all above, that is how I would, keep myself, strong and not wanting to eat during the day. But that's not true. Even if you take a little water, you're still observing your fast. That's also your sahur. It's not just you saying a big muscle of fiber is what I will eat. And somebody like Michael Armstrong here is saying, I want to observe Ramadan, and he told me behind the camera that his semo will be this big, but trust me, it will affect you if you eat too much food in the morning. It will. I
will drink enough water.
Just eat a little portion. Yes, I'm coming to that. So you drink plenty of water during your pre-dawn meal and iftar. Very, very important to prevent dehydration. And of course, eat water-rich fruits. Water-rich fruits like watermelon, oranges. You can take pineapple. Yes, it's good. It has some enzymes that kills cancer in the body or anything that affects your body system. And of course, you need to choose complex carbohydrates like whole wheat bread, oats, and brown rice to provide lasting energy. Include protein sources such as egg, yogurt, beans, or lean meats to keep you full, and healthy fats like avocado, nuts, and olive oil help sustain energy level. And also you need nourishing iftar choices, food that you use to break your fast. You need fruits like fruits like dates and water to quickly restore your energy, because religion wise you need more than enough dates during the month of Ramadan, and you need to opt for light soups. You can take the pepper soup should not be that pepperish, and grilled fish or chicken and fiber rich vegetable. All grains and legumes help maintain energy levels for longer, for you to stay healthy and be able to your body will be able to carry the whole no food period. And of course, you need not to take a lot of sugar. You need to avoid sugary and processed foods during the month of Ramadan. Sweets and soft drinks can cause energy crisis, because if you take pet drink in the morning, it will affect you. Seriously, it will affect you. Instead, you take beverages that are not too sugary. And of course, you should take pastries in the month of Ramadan. No fried snacks and instant noodles. Don't take things like that, because they lack essential nutrients. And also limit salty and spicy foods in the month of Ramadan. Too much salt can cause dehydration and bloating, and spicy food may cause digestive discomfort, especially on an empty stomach. Don't you know that ulcer is what you are writing the letter to? You are writing application to ulcer. Yes, and you should say no to caffeine. Tea and coffee can lead to dehydration, and it will disrupt your sleep. Even when you need to wake up at 4 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. in the morning, you still need some sleep. You need to rest your head, for at least 5 hours or 4 hours, because people will need to. Some people pray in the month of Ramadan. That is when you see them no sleep period. They keep praying and seeking for forgiveness, seeking for breakthrough, seeking for expansion, and all of those things. And you need to get enough rest, even as you are trying to pray and seek the face of Almighty Allah, because you should aim to sleep for at least 6 to 8 hours of every day to maintain energy and focus. And also take short naps during the day. Even if you're at work, just put your head somewhere, rest your head a little bit, because that period your system is working actively, and you do not have enough food to keep yourself going for the day. And also you need to stay active but moderate. Engage in light exercise. Don't say you want to go and carry weight when you are fasting. Please, nobody is saying that you need to keep your 6 packs in the month of Ramadan. Eat and engage in light exercise, like just walking and stretching after iftar, and avoid intense workouts while fasting to prevent exhaustion, and also maintain spiritual and mental well-being. Remember, I said life is spiritual. God knows what he's doing by creating man and other beings that he created. Engage in prayers, recitation of the Holy Quran, and self-reflection. Practice patience. Do not fight like we say is fighting me already. Be grateful to God Almighty. Thank God and thank people around you also, and be kind all through the month of Ramadan. You can buy me food, so that's part of kindness also. Or you come and buy me kimar, or you buy me abaya. That's kindness, I'm telling you, Michael. And there are things that you need not to do in the month of Ramadan. Avoid, again, I'm going to say this, please avoid overeating at iftar. Don't say at shinu buy ni a big bowl of eba. Please do not try it. It's not good. Do not eat foods like egg and banana together. It so cause bloating, and this can lead to, in fact, death, because I've seen videos of things like this happen. And eating too much at once can cause sluggishness also. You don't want to be sluggish in the month of Ramadan. You don't want to be called to come and pray and you'll be acting like so what's the essence of observing Ramadan without prayer? So you need to maintain your balance, do things accordingly, and of course responsibly, and you start your day with a little portion of food and you eat slowly at iftar. And please do not skip sahur, because it is very, very important. That's the pre-dawn meal that you eat about 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. as God gives you the grace. Please do not skip it. Skipping the pre-dawn meal can lead to low energy levels and dehydration, and sometimes it's not really religiously acceptable in Islam, because we need to because you waking up to eat that food shows that God, I'm walking in accordance with your will, and I'm ready to to follow you through wherever you are taking me. That's what you're telling the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala indirectly. And please reduce screen time. For people that loves to press their phone, reduce screen time before bed. Excess phone or TV time can affect your sleep quality, and you need to sleep during the month of Ramadan, and try to sleep early and wake up refreshed for Sahur and Fajr prayers, because you need to pray as you are observing your Sahur, because you can't just wake up and eat. There are some things that you need to say while eating. There are some things you need to say after eating, and by following these steps, I know and I trust that you can enjoy a healthy and fulfilling Ramadan while keeping your body and mind strong. Again, I'm going to be telling you that there are health precautions to observing Ramadan, because this can have many health benefits, but it also requires careful management to avoid dehydration, fatigue, and other health risks. Because as we are praying, we are fasting, we are reflecting, also reflects on your personal self that my health needs to be carefully watched. Again, I'm going to take it as stay hydrated, maintain a balanced diet, watch your energy levels, manage chronic health conditions. If you have something like diabetes, high blood pressure, or any chronic illness, please contact your doctor, consult your doctor before fasting. You need, because people with ailments are exempted from observing Ramadan, and please, you need to know this. Monitor your blood sugar levels very, very well. For those of you that love to eat eba and rice, you need to monitor your blood sugar level. And please, again, I'm going to be telling you, please do not take carbonated drink. It's not really good. Take prescribed medications as recommended by your doctor, and adjusting the timing if necessary. If you need to break your fast at 2 p.m., please don't say it's because I'm let it fast to 2 p.m. If you need to observe your own from Sahur to 2 p.m., please do that. Prevent digestive issues by eating slowly and in moderation during iftar to prevent bloating, and again avoid overeating. Ensure good sleep and rest, and know when to break your fast early. Don't wait till 7 p.m. So far you're seeing that the moon is about to, the sun is about to go down, and you are seeing it already. It's clear, but 7 o'clock never knock like people go talk. Please don't wait till that 7, because if you are truly a Muslim, you will know when to break your fast. And if you are not a Muslim, you need somebody to guide you. You can do well to reach out or stay tuned to Opera Tune TV. We'll be giving you updates on Ramadan, and our scholars, our stars will be they will be at the studio to give you back-to-back information as to how best to keep you hydrated, to keep you good, to keep you healthy, and of course to keep you on track of the holy month of Ramadan.
That's a very good lecture.
Thank you. It's a very good lecture.
Very, very good lecture. The only thing I just like it, like those of us like me, I like enjoyment.
Like enjoyment.
I used to believe, your iftar, you take chicken, you take jollof rice, sweet peas, sweet beans, everything sweet, salt.
No. Sugary things are not.
No, I used to believe.
Yes,
because
I know.
I remember there was a time I was opportune to be in Marrakech. The only thing I do best is to take those their thick milk. During the time I like going because I used to be a member of SPE, so I like going during that time because I'll just take those cheap things, after taking it, I'll get hungry, I'll just go and hide and start to eat. When it's time to do, somebody now called to me and I said, I'm trying, but this lecture is beautiful. Apart from that, it talks about general health.
Yes.
It talks about lifestyle.
Fasting is good for everyone.
It's good.
But then if you are going to observe it for the whole month of Ramadan, that's a period of 30 or 29 days. You need to be healthy, and you need to ensure that I'm monitoring my health. So it's not just for you to say I want to observe. If you are observing, if that health is not balanced and you are not good yourself, it will just be a waste of effort.
So what about
because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also mentioned the fact that you need to monitor your health in the month of Ramadan. Do not. That's why some people are excluded from observing the month of Ramadan, right? Like lactating mothers, pregnant women, children, yes, toddlers. Some people do allow for their children to do that till 2 p.m. But then if you are not fit as an adult, you also can break your fast at 2 or before the close of day.
So all these foreman, all these the people they call pom carriers, foreman, all these people that pushes wheelbarrow.
If God gives them the strength, then alhamdulillah, God gives them. Let them do it. Let them observe it if they have the strength. But if they don't have the strength as a person to observe the fast, then you can do charity, zakat al-fitri. You can do it.
Okay.
You can give out in the month of Ramadan.
I like the giving out part. Me, you can give out to me because
you need to give out.
Giving is giving now. It does not have a name. Provided you can give.
If you're not observing Ramadan, that's what I'm telling you now. If you're not observing Ramadan, or you don't have the strength to, why not just engage in zakat al-fitr? Okay, that one is zakat
al-fitr.
Okay, we'll go now and we'll say bye. My name is Miriam. Okay, until I see you on Monday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, and we have Sunday come after Saturday. So I'm going to be seeing you on Monday, God willing, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And by that time, we will be observing our Ramadan. I will be saying, welcome to the Ramadan.
Thank God it's Friday.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank God it's Friday today.
Please go and pray. Go and observe Jummah today.
Ramadan.
You want to Rabba the Ramadan. Okay, yes. I leave you to the hands of Mary Agrawal with the business story. Bye-bye.
Assalam.
Hey, where are you off to? What's the rush?
I'm going up the hill to see the Ramadan moon.
Wow. Wait, is it happening tonight? Will you see it tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
Can we come with you?
Yeah, sure. Come along.
Okay.
All the people are coming and going, getting ready, toing and froing. There's a buzz in the world tonight. People are so excited. Daddy's coming home soon, hoping to see the moon, hoping to catch a sight. Everyone's so happy. Moon, moon, come out soon. We're off to see the Ramadan moon. Cloud shift, fog lift, city put out your lights. We want to see the Ramadan moon tonight.
Look. I can see it.
Oh, wow, so can I.
Tomorrow we're going to fast.
Now Ramadan has started and the moon has just been sighted. Tomorrow we all fast. Every Muslim must. Now Isha time is here and it's time to leave for prayer. The Imam is in the mosque, the Quran is in his heart. Moon, moon, come out soon. We're off to see the Ramadan moon. Cloud shift, fog lift, city put out your lights. We want to see the Ramadan moon tonight.
I'm going to the mosque. Come with me.
Okay.
Come on.
Ooh, Ramadan moon. From the early break of dawn, we go the whole day long. Shops are full of dates, but still we have to wait till the sun goes down, and it's time to break us a yam. The food is on the plate. Ooh, it tastes so good. Moon, moon, come out soon. We're off to see the Ramadan moon. Cloud shift, fog lift, city put out your light. We want to see the Ramadan moon tonight.
Where's Granddad?
I don't know.
Come on, Ramadan moon, Ramadan moon.
I think he's going to the mosque. Last 10 days.
I'm gonna miss him.
We'll see him when he comes out.
Now Granddad's in itikaf, only 10 days are left. He's praying every night. Dressed all in white, hands held high, with tears in his eyes, asking for forgiveness and paradise. Moon, moon, come out soon. We're off to see the Ramadan moon. Cloud shift, fog lift, city put out your lights. We want to see the Ramadan moon tonight.
Did you see?
Good morning and welcome to today's business story. I am Mary Agiabo. The National Insurance Commission calls on insurance companies to develop and introduce cyber insurance products in response to increasing digital risks. Mrs. Ebelechukwu Nwachukwu, head of the Communication and Stakeholders Management Subcommittee, emphasizes compliance with Nigeria's data protection regulations. Nwachukwu discloses that insurance practitioners have been urged to undergo training on data protection measures. The federal government urges cement manufacturers to lower prices to 7,000 naira, citing improved economic conditions. Minister of Works, Senator Engineer Nweze David Umahi, during a meeting at the ministry's headquarters in Abuja on February 26, 2025, notes that the naira has stabilized at about 1,400 naira per dollar and petrol prices have dropped, creating a conducive environment for reduced cement costs. He criticizes the current price of 9,500 naira, pointing out that manufacturers increased prices when the dollar was nearly 2,000 naira, but have not adjusted them despite the naira's recovery. That's all for the business news this morning. Have a great day.